Hayom, how beautiful this day is, this Shabbat, on page 10 in your prayer books. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
It really is lovely today to be with you. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm on the precipice of a trip. We're leaving tomorrow for Israel, and I feel a little bit anxious. And I imagine the Israelites at this point in their lives felt anxious also, as they hoped that God would rescue them soon. They could begin their journey out of Egypt into the Promised Land. So I feel a little bit of similarity between myself and the Israelites. It's giving me a bit of hope and excitement. So I hope that you can also feel excitement and hope for a restful weekend and a great week ahead. I'm going to turn to page 6. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of love, truth, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into the sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle down upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. Are there any volunteers to light candles? Anyone want to today? Happy to do it, but just give me. Oh, Donna, would you like to? After you clean your glasses, so you can see. Okay. Thank you.
Our candle lighting can be found on page 2 in your prayer books. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel
Thank you so much, Donna. Ushering and volunteering. Thank you. All right. I invite you to try to relax, perhaps uncross your arms and legs. If you feel like you want to close your eyes and you feel comfortable, feel free to do so and take some deep breaths. May I come back to this body. May I come back to this breath. May I come to know this body as the earth itself. May I breathe myself back home and once again be introduced to this great life. May the great light of this earth surround me. May I be released from past harm and imposed hatred. May I come to realize my existence in the true nature of life. May I come back to this breath, to this body as a sacred place in which I remain awake and connected to the fragrance and taste of liberation. May I remain visible on the path of spirit and be seen and heard. May love given be returned tenfold, and may I awaken being known in this body at this time. And when I can't breathe, may I breathe in the next moment. May I say that I can breathe. We will continue with words on the screen. Shiru Lajanai. Continue on the screen, I believe. Yes, great. God, Take Me By Your Hand by Eddie Hilsum. God, take me by your hand. I shall follow you dutifully and not resist too much. I shall evade none of the tempests life has in store for me. I shall try to face it all as best I can. But now and then, grant me a short respite. I shall never again assume in my innocence that any peace that comes my way will be eternal. I shall accept all the inevitable tumult and struggle. I delight in warmth and security, but I shall not rebel if I have to suffer cold, should you so decree. I shall follow wherever your hand leads me, and shall try not to be afraid. I shall try to spread some of my warmth, of my genuine love for others, wherever I go. Turn to page 20 to welcome our Sabbath bride. on page 27. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, מעלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשא ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא, ואמרו אמן.
Page 29. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. Together, we yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Please rise to the Barchu on the facing page.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da-da, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da,
Page 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai Ha'mariv Aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shofmeinu, U'kumeinu nasliach bechukecha, V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, U'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem hayenu, Le'orech yameinu, U'bahem negeh yomam v'layla, negeh yomam v'layla, Ve'ahavatcha al tasir, Mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu hadivarim ha'ela asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha, Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha b'beitecha, uv'lechtecha v'derech, uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha, leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet.
Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace. Give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
לא מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
I am the sea, by Rabbi Sheila Peltz Weinberg. I am the river, I am the sea, I am the sea of reeds, the Red Sea, the sea of blood, algae, chariot wheels, dying fish, plastic and mud. I am the sea that must be crossed again and again, whatever the season, whatever the reason. I am the sea, the serpent sea, the majestic, clear blue, flowing river that is a sea, that is a river. I have two sides. I'm the length of infinity, the width of God's breath, the finger of Shekhinah. I am the sea. I am water. I flow, I clean, I submerge, I drown, I float, I choke, I kill, I give life. The waters burst, and you were born. I am the sea of love, the river of hope, promise, fortune, and freedom. I am the river. My surface reflects the moon and the stars. I hold the cloud and the fire. I receive rain, and I empty. I go empty and dry. I am the sea, and I am dry land. They walk, they drown, and I'm filled again. I am the sea. Continue with the Amidah on page 45.
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind, joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Na 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 na. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגיד אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. How, on the very bottom of the page below the line, how shall we sanctify God's name? By being holy ourselves. How do we accomplish this? Let our prayers bring us a sacred deed to actions that promote justice, harmony, and peace. Page 57. We join together at the bottom. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha v'yirah na'avod. Page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Take time for internal reflection and silent prayer.
כל העולם, כל גשר צר, כל העולם כולו, גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם, כל גשר צר מאוד. If you travel to page 339 in your prayer books, Gesher Tzar Me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo, Gesher Tzar Me'od. Kol ha'olam, kol Gesher Tzar. Kol ha'olam kulo, Gesher Tzar Me'od. Kol ha'olam, kol Gesher Tzar Me'od. The entire world is but a narrow bridge, and sometimes the important thing is not to be afraid. And so sometimes when we are afraid, our voice goes really high. So kol ha'olam kulo, kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tzar me'od, kol ha'olam, kol gesher tzar, kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tzar me'od, kol ha'olam, kol gesher tzar me'od, v'ha'ikar, v'ha'ikar, lo לפחד כלל, לא לפחד, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד. And so the essence, the ikar, is not to be afraid. But that actually got mistranslated. So what Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav actually says, what is lehit pached, to sort of fearify yourself or to make oneself afraid. It's a reflexive Hebrew verb. And so we don't, the goal is just not to not be afraid, right? It's okay to be afraid, but to not live in a place of fear, or don't let fear take your choices away or your hope away. So we can all walk that narrow bridge together. Kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tzar me'od, kol ha'olam, kol gesher tzar, kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tzar me'od, kol ha'olam, kol gesher tzar me'od, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם, כל גשר צר, כל העולם כולו, גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם, כל גשר צר מאוד.
When there is a change or transition in power, unsettling feelings can arise, no matter who is taking the office or how we feel about that person taking office. Even if one is perhaps rejoicing, this can be a very difficult time of uncertainty in our country and in our world. We have a fear of what's to come. Perhaps you had found a rhythm from dealing with other current events, and now there are more political events happening. Perhaps you feel quite beaten down, unsure of what to believe, what to expect, especially with our new president. and we are aware that our trials and tribulations that we are experiencing can beat us down when something unfamiliar happens to us. These feelings of being unmotivated and stuck are similar to how the Israelites feel in our Torah portion. Our ancestors who had been beaten down by generations of slavery, even entertaining the possibility of a different world, seems impossible for them. Only in this Torah portion, after a long time of being slaves, does God finally notice and want to uphold the covenant with the Israelites. God tells Moses, "Say therefore to the Israelite people, I am the Lord. I will free you from the burdens of the Egyptians and deliver you from their bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and through extraordinary chastisements. And I will take you to be my people, and I will be your God, and you shall know that I, the Lord, am your God, who freed you from the labors of the Egyptians." With these words, God wants Moses to reassure the people that an end is near and offer certainty to them. But when Moses reports this news, the Israelites are quite skeptical. The next verse reads, "But when Moses told this to the Israelites, they would not listen to Moses, their spirits crushed by cruel bondage." There are two words in Hebrew that stand out from this verse, the words kotzer ruach, meaning a shortness of breath, with ruach describing an action of breathing. It could also mean that their breath came out in short bursts, their breath contracted, and their spirits sank because of the cruelty of enslavement. Rashi explains, "Whoever is under stress, their wind and breath are short, and they cannot take a deep breath." The Israelites, and perhaps all of us, have been in deep stress and have not been able to take a deep breath to relax and feel certain. Perhaps we could try to all take that deep breath today, as some of our hostages are being released, and a ceasefire is in effect in Gaza, and there are more being released tomorrow, and continue to take any more deep breaths, breathing sighs of relief. Like the Israelites, we are perhaps scared that something will go wrong with this plan. The word ruach can also be translated as spirit. Perhaps the Israelites have shortness of spirit because of their fear of the unknown. And this fear can prevent us from imagining anything else because we are so traumatized. But at a certain point, it's not the situation that is limiting us, but we are limiting ourselves because of our fear. Our shortened spirits are making the world around us shrink. We have let of familiarity with what we know, whether it's good or bad, prevent us from asking what else is possible. The challenge for us is to ask, what are we not hearing or doing because of our own kotzer ruach, because of our shortness of breath or spirit, or because of our fear? What have we internalized so intensely that it renders us incapable of hearing anything but what's not possible? When we can tune in and ask ourselves that question honestly, then we can ask ourselves what it would take to transform our kotzer ruach into an orach ruach, an expansion of spirit and of breath. The spiritual outlook can be a tool, not for limiting our world, but for expanding it. Not only can we expand our breaths, but we can expand our belief in God, others, and the world around us. In our Torah portion, we see 7 of the 10 plagues. These divine actions are referred to as migfati, the Hebrew word for signs, marvels, and wonders. And it's emphasized that these are unique supernatural occurrences intended to promote the awareness of divine power. Only once the Israelites become more accustomed to changes and witness them, the Israelites' skepticism is lessened. All of this change, all of these signs and marvels are a message from God, and for us too, that perhaps there is some good hidden in our uncertainty. Abraham Joshua Heschel has this concept of radical amazement. He argues that the certainty is a result of wonder and radical amazement, of awe before the mystery and meaning of a totality of life beyond our rational discerning. Faith is the response to the mystery shot through with meaning, the response to a challenge which no one can forever ignore. As we expand ourselves, our spirits and breaths, perhaps we can find that certainty that Heschel is pointing to. Knowing of the Israelites' history of salvation May we too be encouraged to move forward and not give in to our despair. Even with all this turmoil we are experiencing in this world, I challenge you to find something to be grateful for. Share it with your friends, with your family. Lift your spirits, lift all of our spirits, and let us expand our spirits together. May we find that certainty and healing together. Shabbat Shalom. We are going to continue with a prayer for Israel. The prayers of Mothers for Life and Peace by Rabbi Tamara Alad Applebaum and Sheikha Ibitsam Mahamid. God of life, who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, may it be your will to hear the prayer of mothers, for you did not create us to kill each other, nor to live in fear, anger, or hatred in your world. But rather you have created us so we can grant permission to one another to sanctify your name of life, your name of peace in this world. For these things I weep, my eye runs down with water, for our children crying at night, for parents holding their children with despair and darkness in their hearts, for a gate that is closing, and who will open it before the day has ended? And with my tears and prayers that I pray, and with the tears of all women who deeply feel the pain of these difficult days, I raise my hands to you. Please, God, have mercy on us. Hear our voice that we shall not despair, that we shall see life in each other, that we shall have mercy for each other, that we shall have pity on each other, that we shall hope for each other. And we shall write our lives in the book of life. For your sake, God of life, let us choose life. We finish together. For you are peace, your world is peace, and all that is yours is peace. So shall it be your will, and let us say, Amen. We also want to offer a prayer of healing for those closer to us, for those in our community and our families. Today we are thinking of Steve Bloom, Linda Bloom, Cindy Carlock, Suzanne Christie, Joe Crane, Linda Davis, Emily Eichenhorn, Shane Epstein, Tracy Ford, Richard Fordyce, Howard Fridson, Amanda Fry, David George, Eileen Heiger, Joel Katz, Amy Klein, Jerry Nichols, Sylvia Orduno, Carol Benovowitz, Eric Richards, Susan Rubenstein, Brenda Saperstein, Marcia Silverman, Shelley Taub, Gloria Zytok, and Judy Zimmerman. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so. Our prayer for healing is on page 253.
To make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We come to the Aleinu, page 282.
Please rise if you're able to. Elena reminds us that it is on us to help those in the world and to make sure everyone feels included.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'teit gedula le'yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Page 290. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God in each hour of 24, and each moment then, in the faces of men and women, I see God, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters from God dropped in the street, and every one is signed by God's name. And I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoever I go, others will punctually come forever and ever. We think of those who have passed away in recent days and weeks. Today we're remembering Richard Ehrlich, Leroy David Miller, Alan Halper, and Eddie Stein. And we think of those who have passed away in this season in years past. Today we're remembering Emma Axelroth, Sarah Buchstein, Harold Chartnow, Francis Donen, Nettie Duger, Daniel Duger, Harold Epstein, Gus Frysum, Anna Gior, Rabbi Joseph Gutman, Lillian Kemmelson, Chester A. King, Gertrude Cozen, Nathan Cristal, Frida Leon, Seema Levin, Martin Levine, Belle Levy, Charles George Luftig, Ethel Mandel, Edwin I. Marks, Morris Menzel, Frank Mirsky, Ruth Meyer, Shirley Milnsky, Henry Morgenstein, Sarah Moskowitz, Mo Plotkin, Susan Robin, Sol Robbins, George J. Rossett, Rebecca Roth, Dodie Rothenberg, Estelle Schwartz, Laura Getta Sheldon, William Lewis Shepard, Sarah Sherwin, Louis Siegel, Esther Snyder, Wolf Snyder, Nessie Sobel, Dorothy Solomon, Kenneth Solomon, Louis Spitzer, Frederick Stein, Ida Stein, Morton Trotsky, Alexander Tucker, Manfred Vorenberg, Harry Wolf, Sarah Wollick, and Reuben Yellen. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so. And we rise in solidarity for the Mourner's Kaddish, page 294. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman karim v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei almaya, Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitzromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma b'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, b'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, b'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, b'imru, amen.
Please be seated. Amy has some announcements for us. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for Caitlin and Donna for ushering and for Gersh for streaming. Our current events group meets every other Tuesday at 3 p.m. Join Carol and Herman for a lively discussion of what is happening in our world. The next group meetings are February 4th and February 18th. Come and join us for Shabbat Shirah. Hear our TKA choir sing Jewish melodies from throughout the ages on Friday, February 7th at 6 p.m., followed by our first Friday Shabbat dinner at Par's Restaurant. All are welcome. Please contact Cynthia Katz if you would like to attend dinner. Come celebrate our new large screen projection and the Super Bowl in there at TKA on Sunday, February 9th, although we're not rooting for our Lions, at 6 p.m. The cost is $10. It includes food, drinks, and fun, and we usually have a really good time. It's a nice group. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Amy. I'll do Moshe in Kaddish. Page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziad mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Because we said the blessing, we have to do the thing we say the blessing for. So Rabbi's going to pass out some challah. Our closing song is Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu on page 353. Peace will surely come to us and to everyone. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu. Od Yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
May you feel whole, knowing you are enough. May you feel confident, knowing you are prepared. May you feel calm, knowing the storm will pass. And may you feel at peace, knowing you are loved. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Please join us for Oneg in the